expanded divine panel of the Infinite Eight. Welcome back to Divinely Intervene as needed for my highest good, aka the highest good. I'm already wearing earrings, but let me see if I can wear my newest variation. They're my Hecate earrings. Look, they're dark. Let me see. Before I is it too much? Too much? Nothing's too much. I'm gonna wear them. See, I haven't worn my dichroic glass earrings. I have like I used to be a regular at a certain vendor in my married life, and then I guess I stopped going when things got complicated, more than complicated. But like I haven't and ever since I got into crystals, I just stopped going to the vendor, I guess. And so I don't usually double up on the earrings, but I'm gonna do it just this once, or maybe the starting point. Where's my hair thingies? Anyway, my hair is in good flow today. Upon waking up. So for the heck of it, this is particular messages from my special ops crew, okay? Crews, because there's multiples, dear. So we're gonna hop, skip, and a jump to several decks. I originally chose these two, okay? But then they told me for the header cards to examine with others, okay? So Nine of Swords, the emphasis, things that keep you up at night, like what's going on here? And it looks like it's kind of, what do you call it? It's going up in levels, okay? There's a heightening here. And so there's that, okay? On the recipient side, there's like a buildup. Not like calcifying, but it's like what do you call it? Crescendo, getting there. Oh, you know what? I just realized that, my owie from a month ago, what was I going to tell you about it? My owie from a month ago, it looks like it won't, get better. Like it's going to look like I, bite my nails, or just this particular one. But then I realized I got castor oil, a few months ago for something else. I don't remember. And I think it's going to help soften it and just kind of like urge it to going back to normal nail growth. But you know what? Like, whatever it will be. I'm not worried about it too much. It's just if I can mend it back to its original state, then great. If not, then it just adds some character. Okay. It's, what is it? What is it? When you put something in the center of your table, a talking piece, a statement. No, it's a statement piece. No, it's a table topic. I don't know. Whatever. Conversation piece. Let's say that. Yeah. Anyway, it's fine. Page of Cups on the doing side. So this is the release of the hounds, of the fishies, the piranhas, the sharkies, the red sharks. Is there such thing as a red shark? There must be in Middle Earth. Anyway, this is releasing them. Okay, so what messages are going to fall through? This one? This one. We'll start with the Next World Tarot. I do want to put on some lipstick, though, because I feel like it's a little washed out here. So give me a second. Excuse me. Oh, give me a second. We don't need to have extra lighting here. All right. So I'm getting some things going, and I'm finally restarting my banner because it just instead of redoing it, like I'm not going to pressure myself if I don't have the funds for more substantial important items, then I'm not gonna do it like on these other ones. Like it just these extras. Dude. Okay, excuse me. Um, I don't need to go extra for. It's just sometimes the truth well, the truth is enough. I feel like the truth is enough. This is where I stand. Because I heard through the grapevine, I think somebody was saying something about how I'm low budget, and it's like that's the reality of what's available in my economy anyway. That's offerings as it has stood, but there's end times to that too. But why I'm gonna fake it? Why would I fake it till I make it? I've already made it. I'm here. Anyway. I mean, I made some other items too, but all right, some special messages. Oops. Okay. Oh, there's more. Release. Okay. What do you want to tell me? Or to my special ops cruise. I woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, nearly 3 o'clock, because my candle that I made, it was like, what do you call it? Kind of a reverse candle. It's a protection candle for sure. I made it, gosh, almost like a year ago, probably. And it set off the smoke alarms, but I was able to get to it in time. It was fine, but it was very particular. It was like very end of the witching hour, and last night was a particular night where I decided not to go to bed based on like when I felt tired. I just like, okay, no, I'll just entertain it. And so I went to bed earlier than usual. So anyway, I feel like I have ample sleep rather than 3 to 4 hours, going. What do we say here? 8 of Wands in reverse, Queen of Wands, faced out. It's also flipping to that King of Swords. Ooh, damn, look who's here. Look who's here. Don't tell them. Tell them. There's like, what do you call it? The King of Swords has been very prominent, whether upright or in reversal, but it's a flex to say that they come in upright. So this is Archangel Michael energy. Yeah, you see the blue in the back for sure. It's kind of like the cape, like part of the environment. I'm just gonna blend in back here because that's what I do. I observe and I do shiz. In fact, the light just turned blue. Did you see that? The light, my underlight just turned blue. Dang, dang, dang. Yeah, so back in me. In fact, this could be another entity, external. More external, yeah. So we have witcheries here. Witchies here. And, this energy. This is a repeat. For sure. Okay, but like the interruption here is like 8 of Wands in reverse. So they're just going to stay silent, okay? I don't think that these energies coming in upright would be like outmoded. Maybe like if anything, like I take back what I said about this. Like I judged it too early. But special ops crew. Okay, so we're going back to that. What are your messages for today? So definitely these are practitioners or medicists is what I'm hearing. Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay. I think this is like not just reading between the lines. It's more amplified than that. So it's not just in the text or what's between between what people are saying, but also like the context, like the situation, when it was said, where it was said, how it was said, who it was said to. So examining those relationships. The Queen of Cups, in reversal, is kind of a degree of uncertainty. Like, I'm stating that in the fact that Queen of Cups in reversal in its lower degree would be like somebody who is not confident about something. So it's the more, you know, the more upscale version of that, and filling your own cup and determining like any deficits, like what those blind spots are. So that's in conjunction with the King of Swords for sure, definitely. Okay, so what do you want to say? My expanded divine panel of the infinite, particular messages for my special ops crews. Top, middle, middle, top, middle. These are the ones. The Sun card, Knight of Cups in reverse, the World card in reverse. First, oh, what did I just frisbee out? I know it was the last card, but I don't know how it frisbeed out. Urgh, skirt, the derps. Okay, the World card inverted. Okay, we got it in reversal. So it's kind of, yeah, definitely filling the gaps, because the Knight of Cups in reversal, as far as the Knight is concerned, is not a follow through. Like they're inconsistent, and so inconsistent in closing a chapter. So there's something on the brink of like closing a case, like wrapping it up. So this is in search, falling between the crevice of like my box of tools. Let me show you. Let me show and tell, so you know I'm not bullshitting you. What is it? Okay, so I'm gonna cover any particulars here. So it fell between that and my box thing, or my bin here, slotted in between. Okay, let me, I was cleaning up here. Okay, all right, so there's, you know, like between a rock and a hard place, it's kind of like it's slotted in, like you could easily miss it if you didn't catch that, if you were not paying attention, if you were not aware, if you were not present in the now. You wouldn't have caught that slip. Or the missing card to closure. So there's a specific go-to link here. In fact, we might be working with like website links or hyperlinks that are not working, or not, like, you know, like this is a common occurrence in marketing, in the field of marketing. Like there's a lot of footwork involved in technology, and if you move a freaking file and you let's say there's an email with a hyperlink, it gets jumbled up. It's no longer good, because some we presume it to be an a-hole, but it could be somebody who's just like not tech savvy, or just like new to the game or whatever, has moved a file to another location. So in that, there can also be clues in like figuring out discrepancies, like who was trying to move files, who was trying to delete files, who was trying to dispose of evidence. So we're looking at that here, like on the file, follow through. And the Sun card here, prefixing it, is saying that you are so good at what you do, you could be in your, like, you could be on vacation and be like, aha, yes, Commander in Chief. Yes, okay, we did not try that method. Okay, thank you so much. So some people, no, you are often sought to for advice, because you are the least scary of all, and you are the best at what you do. Very free range. Like this kid is wearing pink leopard skin pants, you know, and there's a match to it, but there's like not matchy match. You see, like there's yellow threads to her laces, and then her top is the same color, but it's not like, I wear what makes me feel good. It might not look always like, I don't know, it doesn't freaking matter. But anyway, even like the ground in which she sits on is like tiled, but it's, you know, like almost surreal, like what do you call it, you know, that that artwork, is it Salvador Dali, the one with the melting clocks, you know, the kind of like wavy. So there's like also a heat signature imprint here. So yeah, you leave an imprint where you go. It's almost like a mirage, almost unreal. So this is a very particular crew. This is not any ordinary special ops crew. This is or particularly one lead in special ops. This is, but you know what? That's actually that's a small fraction where it's just a pinpointed singular person. But for what I understand, it's a collective energy. So these are special ops crews that are not your usual. Like, you wouldn't know unless you're on the inside that this thing exists. Yeah, yeah, definitely. All right, what else do you, what do you need to know? That's the one. Nine of Pentacles. What this keeps turning up? What is it? The Four of Cups. Okay, so decision making, multiple choice time. Okay, so we can go several routes. Okay, this is what do you call it? A lead. These are, let's say there's 3 leads here. Okay, simplify it. Not 4 leads, just 3 leads. Please, please, please. Okay. So this could also be like, oh, there's 3 leads available, and then pop up like right before we head out, like there's a game plan, directives for each person. Like, what is it? Late breaking news. Somebody comes in, another lead. Okay, so that turns out to be the best lead. Like, fuck yeah. So it doesn't feel like a waste because we had to like kind of buy some time. It's the kind of like divine timing on, you know, the lobby before something real comes in. Like, that's your cue. So, but anyway, let's say there's 3 leads, and yeah, okay, so anyway, 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, 7 of Swords in reverse, 9 of Wands in reverse, and the Moon card. So things are rolling out. This is exactly what I just said. So this is like, oh, you're good. Okay, we're good here. Okay, meeting adjourned. So we're 8 of Cups is like going out. Okay, everybody doing their, you know, thing. Gears, bells, and whistles. Okay, we've redlined the premises, you know, and we're heading on out. Okay, and just on the brink of heading out, like to understand that there's no bullshit, like we're all on the same page here. We don't have to we don't have to go. We don't have to like be separated into like indulging in, you know, in these different these deviations of leads, because we're all on a certain budget here, including time, and so, like, you know, like it costs resources to fuel, you know, these ops. But anyway, you know, it's late breaking news. Here's something. Just wait a minute. I got something here. Okay, so that's a manifestation. Like, this is again, you know, sitting down. It's that kind of energy. You know, it's found not in the haste. Like, oh, it's exactly like Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, where he's just like he's like he's bending his mind over it, and like his house is a mess, and he's just like trying to uncover what is it. Then he finds, like, you know, his like little dog Fufu, like that's his tail, and then there's the image, right, and it's like right there, and it's like ding ding ding, that's exactly it. There's the lead. Then it all comes together. It's like that. Bottom of the deck, 4 of, well, we talked about that. What will be obvious during this, like, because we just got through with the full moon, super moon thing, but I think the vibes, when was that? That was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, so being the 9th today, we're still within the 3-day, like, vibing of the full moon energies. So this is still relevant. We caught you in time. Yay! Okay, so what's obvious? Page of Cups, and then right behind it is Suspension that was peeking over. So I feel like there's a witness here. This is Home of Expression labeled here. So there's like an eyewitness that's very kind of like underestimated. Like, you wouldn't think to, like, if there's a robbery down the street at the bank or whatever, you wouldn't think to like interview like the homeless person, or like the old lady sitting on the bench that is only here for like a week or whatever, because she's just visiting, okay, and she's just minding her own business or whatever, and so you don't take that into account. So there's some key eyewitness here that's just like all of a sudden arises, like, oh, did not know that, because they were kind of like in the background, like detached, objective, like it's kind of like muggle energy, like in Harry Potter, when they were trying to figure out like Dementors or whatever, they were starting to get on the loose. There was this old lady. I think I think she's, from what I remember, because it was a while ago, was that like her memory was messed with or cleared, something about that, where she was kind of detached, but it was not by elect choice. It was, you know, it was hidden energies that were kind of preventing her from divulging any secrets. So, but like you can tell from the cues, like if you questioned her like as a regular, you'd be like, no, there's something here. Yeah. But like to her, if you just like shortcutted her, it's like, no, I don't know anything. I was just going to the grocery store. That's it. Sure, that way. But like if you were to sit down and talk to her, like um reach her as a person and like find that spark within her that is kind of a hidden link to previous energies, you know, like in exorcisms, they're like, you know, I know you're in there, you know, it's talking to that energy, like trying to get that missing link, that energy, in order to spark, like revive that entity and that soul, in order to capture the data that you need. So there's that. Okay. So with that approach, you have to be also objective in like kind of like have a little bit of flexibility in accessing those materials. Like your methods must be a little detached from your norm. Yeah, in order to support that, urge that out. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna get one takeaway here as a segue to the Witch's Tarot. Yes? Yes. Okay. Ta-da! What is it? Four of Pentacles. Yeah, this is a sense of ownership. This is basically a DJ type of energy, okay? So in doing that, you have to like have an archive, a growing archive actually of your materials. So you're sampling, and this is, let's say, the flavor of Wax Taylor. It's not just straight up music. It's not just like the inclusion of like the innovative like addition of symphony or orchestra, but it's also like the snippets of like old movies and you know, old sayings. There's those sound bites that you're selecting. So it's going through the archive. If this is detective work, it's also going through microfiche level, the examination of like all of that. Yeah, so this is also like NASA spaceship level. Do you see that? Looking at that. So it's the examination of that. And though if you're going to look at like the woo like the Y files portion of it, you know, like what do you call it? Conspiracy theories. Okay. Which, you know, I think I I went back to one of my older videos, and I'm like, I don't believe in conspiracy theories or whatever. And I kind of do. I didn't realize that certain things were like that much of a hot topic. But yeah, for sure. The way they deliver it is very it's like a glorified version of the X-Files, which I really like. I don't know why I haven't seen any material from them lately. Maybe it just like went on the back of my feed. I don't know. But anyway, Four of Pentacles here. It's a sense of ownership. And so when we're talking about like spaceship level, okay, there are, you know, like alien spaceships that are confiscated basically and hidden out or whatever. So this is like looking at the gadgets. Basically, it's a live inspector gadget arena here that one must inspect. So I think there's some leads into that. Like, yeah, we've explored that like for the 15th time. Yes, we have. But no, with the passage of time, let's say the sitting and thinking of things, like it's figuring out that puzzle. Like there's something more to it than just, there's like a hidden door encrypted aspect here, which has yet to be unsheathed, but it's only done by like the right personnel. In fact, there's also underground energies here that are assisting me. Yeah, for sure. I knew that for a long time, but to actually visualize it It's for sure. Like, I don't know how I get like almost 50 tracks on a playlist. I have to like you know, have a cap to it at a certain point. Like, I'm shocked at how much data I received, not just like telepathically and, you know, down like channeling it in, but also like straight up, here you go, like they make it rain with these like tracks. And so I just have to like I can't, I'm trying to get every genre, but then I have my favorites too. So you know, it's just a lot when your collective grows. So there's that. Okay, exploration on avenues that we've explored before, but you know that they're expansive enough and otherworldly enough to hit it up again for sure. But this is also a maintenance of respect. Like, you don't want, it's like you don't want to go to the level of book burning where you're going to destroy these resources, because they're like, you should have backup resources for those that supplied it originally. You know what I mean? Like, these resources didn't like just fall into your lap to just say like, yes, okay, you can babysit it for now. Like, this is like the Millennium Falcon level that we're talking about. You should have respect for those resources that are provided. So this concept of power should not be abused for sure. You see? Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that was a segue. Okay, spaceship, talking about that. The Witch's Tarot. What else do you want to tell me? To my special ops crews. Okay. All right. As a segue, we meet in the middle. Okay, so we're gonna continue that bridge, selecting one card from here. What is that? Okay, so there's two that turned up. The Sun card again, and Two of Wands. For sure, this is excellent. It's like, here's the way, I'll show you. Like, I'm pulling you through. I'm hauling you through. Okay, you see? Like, they're at the dock, basically. We're over here, you know, and there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, but Eight of Swords, like, stay right there. Psh, psh. You're not stuck. We got you. So this is kind of like, you know, in again, Wax Taylor, in one of their music videos, it's like this boy, he's growing up. There's like the mom initially, and again about the DJ thing, walking through, and then and midpoint in the video, like there's no, you can't see the steps, but he has to have faith in the next step forward. So he motions into the step, and then the step appears, and it continues, and it's just like that. So what fell down here? Motherfucker. Oh my God, the World card. Again, accentuated. It's this, so things are coming through. So this is definitely a portal. Again, you have to meet in the middle. You have to have faith that it's gonna come through. This is insane. That my like you know, you get goosebumps. I have it like on my head, the back of my head. That's crazy for sure. So blindfolded, like, we got you. Don't worry. You're not stuck. This is not the end of the road. Bottom of the deck, there are options. There are resources. There's provisions, is what they're saying. Not just revisions, but there's provisions. Right behind that, just wait for it. Just like Master number 77 here. Master Revolutionary. Yeah, so this is definitely my special ops crew. And you know, if there are any special organizations like, you know, people in ultimate power with so much money, you know, if they have a like agitation or aversion to me, they're gonna soon realize that like we all have common goal. We have a common goal. I'm on your side, knowing that. And you're just gonna see, especially with that last reading about like expansion of the economy, like, how the fuck do we do that? And so it's hard to measure like the KPIs in that, because they're not all tangible. So when we're talking about contributions of energetics, like, you would know if you're like on the inner crew, the exercising power of what that means, what transpires. So to what do you call it, to capture, in order to cultivate, is like you can't carry it on to the extreme. Like I can't, that energy will not work to your benefit or total benefit if like I'm, you know, what do you call it, confined. There we go. So right behind that, Page of Swords in reverse. So there's PIs, there's detectives, but there's also a lot of like whispers, a lot of like noise, a lot of white noise in the background. Like white noise, not as far as calming, but like static, like poltergeist static. Like you plug in your TV is unplugged. So something about turn the TV off. What is it? Kendrick Lamar. And it still goes. So hmm. So let's say like you're, I don't know, in a police academy or whatever. It's not like the white noise of is that like that old video where the person does like the beatboxing and all of that? That's the fun side of it. But there's also like a lot of chatter, like I don't know why they're doing this. I don't know, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people like unwarranted opinions. Right behind that, Page of Wands in reverse. But those are from people that like don't do anything about it. They're just standing on the side. And but like you don't have to worry about that because this is the Empress that's present, with the Ten of Pentacles present. So in between what you're doing and what really matters, like the key figures that really matter. Let's say we're going to explore this on like on a cosmic level. This is Mother Gaia. This is like the key piece, our key piece in the solar system, in this galaxy. They are watching. They're watching. Like, so do not give a shit about like this extra stuff in the middle. It's, you know, it's kind of to test your resilience and your focus as well. Like, are you gonna, like, this is just in, this is gonna be anywhere. Okay, there's gonna be like wallflowers everywhere that are uh trying to use you like to ladder climb, basically, you know, like wallflowers, the vines, ladder climb, that kind of energy. So it's part of the environment. It may beautify the environment, but it's also an added weight. Okay, so when I say beautify, it's like it's them again. You know, like when I have people here like can you wear a mask, please? You know, like a little bit of trolls. Like, okay, so along with trolls, there's also fairies, you know, and there's leprechauns and there's this and that. So it's looking at that in an elemental fashion within the solar system, within the galaxy, cosmic sense. So you just like, this is master number 77. Again, the master revolutionary. We got better things in mind. We got bigger fish to fry. And we got more things to land. Yeah, so like this is very abundant, you know. The true watcher with temperance right, you know, dipping down right there and back. So there's like a hidden well. And Ten of Pentacles could be like not just Jack and the Beanstalk, but magnified to its multiplied form, like the maximum. So again, this is about the macrocosm, building the economy and, you know, looking at those terms. But as far as my special ops crew, this is very abundant here. Like this is new lands. What's behind her? Ten of Pentacles. Oh my God, Justice is right. Justice and the Four of Wands and Temperance. Holy smokes, this is a new land. For sure. This is a new land. This is, oh, this array here is like, this is not just hope. This is a reality. This is, you know, the tangents, what do you call it? Timelines, trajectories. This is a true trajectory. This is a strong, like a prominent trajectory. This is home and hearth, you know, and then like the well underneath it, that's feeding, you know, this is justified home and hearth. This is self-realization, like people like in a new place. This is the what do you call it? Paradigm shift, like on a community level. Albright here, but there's like, there's water. There's not just seeds, there's water, you know, like come on. This is excellent. I have never received this before until now. I mean, this is the Ten of Cups right here. It is. It is like, so there's that. How crazy is that? Okay. But right behind it, you know, I had the King of Cups in reverse. So I don't know. I'm not sure what that part means. I mean, there's an emotional manipulation here. So I don't know if this is like coercion, like storytelling, like come hither. And what do you call it? What is it? Hansel and Gretel and the wicked witch, come hither, and I'm gonna eat you all up. No, no, it's not. It's somebody who is, again, objective, okay? A psychic, a healer, King of Cups in reverse. There might be some nostalgia here, like this is a reality. This is held within many trajectories, okay? This is so strong. This is so prominent. It takes a huge piece of the pie offering in the selections of like how it could be. The many this is expanding to the point where it can take up at least a third of the of trajectories available. And so it's being objective because this work needs to be done. Like everybody needs to show up with their mastery. Yeah, so there's something about chill time again in discovering that, in discovery mode. So the healer is going to oversee, the intuitive, the psychic is going to oversee the ongoings, because like they're not going to handhold you. You got to do, like everybody has to show up and do their work. Everybody has to be vibing. So this is a moderator. Let's say like when you're taking finals, they're gonna give you like, I guess, directions, like a cue to do whatever you need to do, but you should know what needs to be done after that. So the moderator is not like exactly teaching, they're just overseeing everything. Three of Cups, yeah. So this is that's the road to abundance and like feeling those vibes. Master number 33 though, I think that's the master. Let me check, hold on. Number 33 is the master communicator, master imaginator, according to Andrew King's numerology book, something, yeah. So master communicator. So there's something about okay, the sword and the stone. Stone cold heart, what is that? Oh, stone cold fox. Ooh. Okay. But see, like each one of them, like even maiden, mother, crone, if you're gonna speak on the witch's terms, it's like everyone, like common goal. Sword in the stone for sure. Heart of stone, but it's like also heart of gold. You see the hilt. What is that? Is that Neil? What is it? Yeah. Heart of gold. Yeah. Anyway, this is the thing. Okay. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Part of that trade-off is also knowing what like what makes you happy, right? In the total experience of a human life, it's not all pentacle version. It's, again, what I saw on my feed on YouTube was like, don't get swept up in like the idea of a pentacle. Like money is a tool, not the end goal. And maybe I'll just repost it or whatever. But anyway, it's a tool to get to that place. So yeah, okay. So I think, is that it for Nelly? Yes, okay. So we'll get 2 takeaways from each for you, my special ops crews. Okay, first one, death in reverse. That's transformation. Things are turning up. We're not just turning new leaves. Second one, things are moving quickly, as if death wasn't swift enough. But you know what? Like the feels of it, as of late, it feels like, gosh, it's been a slow kill. But then the more recent path, it's like things are moving quickly. It's not just a super moon, but the super moon will amplify it like it's vitamins. It's here's your probiotic to transform your day. And then so things are happening really, really quickly. Like, okay. Huge, like, not just huge turnarounds, but like they're prominent, like in your face. In your face. What goes in the Death card in reversal for your takeaway? You get 2. It is the Queen of Pentacles again. Again, reminder to look at things objectively, and 4 of Wands in reverse. So it's actually, this is this transformation is hauling in because this is like the best mother of all queens, and this is home and hearth. This is self-realization, just as we conversed. And so this is kind of bringing in a new way of what is it, like a new domestic unit. What the heck? No, this is a paradigm shift. Duh. Oh my gosh. Okay, just calm down. Just calm down. It's a paradigm shift. Refortified right here. Okay, so that's, if that's like, if you don't remember everything with all the like nooks and crannies of information, this is it. Okay. It's confirming the paradigm shift as solid. Okay, so Knight of Swords, and there goes the Fool card. Yeah, I think this is even called Yonkers. And then I think somebody spray painted over it. Now, Yowzy? Nowzy? I don't know. It's hard to see. I'm getting older. I'm getting wiser. Okay, but anyway. Again, so after sitting here, it's like, when is the bus gonna come? Oh my god, maybe I should have just started walking. I've done this before in Yosemite. I'm like, when is this bus coming? Like, it's like over an hour and a half late, and like, I'm hungry. We have kids here, blah blah blah. But anyway, the entry, this portal, this the start is, it's like you should be ready. Yeah. Okay, it's like, get ready, get set, go. That's what it's saying. Okay, so my 3 takeaways are, first one is, ding, ding, ding. 8 of Wands in reverse. I don't need to say shit. Actually, this is an area of discretion, yeah? More so the second one. But I can don it as like, I don't need to tell you shit. But yeah, this is an area of discretion. Holy crud, yeah, okay. My second, do I get a clarifier? No. My second takeaway is 4 of Swords. Again, recuperation. It's also like, this is the point when, you know, like when I get, when people do like evil workings on me or whatever, and I'm out by 1 day, the divine resources it accordingly, because I'm on my verge of burnout and I don't realize it because I have higher standards or inputs, you know, like I that's my norm. So like I set the bar high, you know, and it's like the swords only go yay high, but I'm like, no, let's go right here. Straighten up, swords. That you have, like, you know, like when you're checking the height of somebody, it's, oh shit. Okay, oops. Okay, you're checking the height of somebody, and it's like, no, put your heels to the wall. It's kind of like that. Like, no, 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 no. We're gonna go. So, it's kind of, yeah, it's raising standards also, like, because of the ability to do so. But anyway, when I'm out of, like, when somebody's doing evil workings or whatever, or when there's, it's usually in sequence with, like, an upgrade, a spiritual upgrade or whatever, a gift upgrade. And so like, you're completely out. I can't, I have to put covers over my head. I'm going to be sweating a lot, and I'm, you know, I can't even like listen to any kind of audio. It's complete cocoon downtime, for 24 hours. Okay. But then the next day I'm like, okay, I'm doing fine. But you're taking it easy, taking it slow, still recoup. So some things to think about. Raising standards. Okay, for me, it's about raising standards because I can. So I shouldn't lose that ability within me. Like the universe is working things out because like when you step up to the plate, you have the natural inclination to be about it. And so there's that. Okay. The universes will shift according to what's needed. Yeah, including like the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands in reversal. That's the beauty of it. Like, if they're gonna assert themselves in their usual like dumbass forms, and even in its like low grade, like casual sense, like they weren't even trying to be a dumbass; they were just being a dumbass. It kind of beautifies it, and it's like the gossip or whatever, the slander that like low key spell work is sent my way collectively, and it's like, oh damn, I really need to have some downtime. So there's that, okay? My third takeaway is Three of Wands. Your ships are coming in, Lena. They're coming through. In fact, one is visible here. Two visible. Yeah. Indivisible with liberty and justice for all. That's what they say. All right. Okay. So we got the Nina, the Pinta, but where's the Santa Maria? I think there's like, what is it? Santa Muerte? Santa, Santeria? There's some kind of like stuff. Is that being used against me? Or is it, or used for me? Or do I have that in my toe to ability to use? Ah, okay. So Santeria, Santa Muerta, whatever that, stuff is, within that working is being thrown against me. Okay. You see your ships are coming in, but it's not what you expect. Okay. That third ship is a bitch. So it's trying to come at you, and, it's meant against me, but it's actually for me, but it's muted because like, I have to know that in some root lineage, I also have access to that power. So they're just reviving it. So it's not like the transmutation is so much easier in a flex where I can use that to like, I can build my own ship. I'll find the Millennium Falcon. I have direct ties to, there's something about that there where it's used for me only if I realize and like, if I'm present and looking out and seeing like that to be true. Because that is all right. So what goes in Eight of Wands? My first takeaway, Eight of Wands in reversal. Ace of Wands, yeah, ninth wand, showing up. Okay, so being present, and also like not, it's something about things that are not communicated directly. It's kind of a passive message, like those planes that fly with a message. It's like only passing, like, oh, look up, look out. Oh, there we go. It's not look out like, it's like look out. You see it on the horizon for sure. Up in the skies. It's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's a message. Oh, you don't see that? Like scrying in the sky. I was trying to tell a supposed friend about this at my first pop-up, and she was the one that I did away with. In fact, let's not give her the forum. But anyway, I was like, look, do you see that? There's like a lady with, eating a piece of cake and having some coffee too in the sky. Like I've never seen it so prominent before. And because we were questioning somebody off in the distance, like, what are they eating? What are they doing? And I looked up in the sky, like all of a sudden, I don't know. And it was like verifying what they were doing. And it was exactly that to the T. And I was like, there was also something else. This is when I knew for sure, like, she did not have the same. She was jealous about the gifts that I had, because like I've never seen this before. I'm like, don't you see that like all around us? Like, don't you see, like, it's not like when you're like dehydrated and you see like sparks and stars or whatever. No, I saw fucking plasma all over it, like in all over. Like sometimes it'll be like questionable because it's just like in one area or different spots. It was spotty. No, it was everywhere. It was plasma like. And so she started taking pictures of it, like, because I was trying to point to this cloud to her and she couldn't really see it, but she pretended to do it. Like I wasn't like, because I considered her a mentor at that point, and so I was pointing at it, it's like, don't you see? It's like, you see, I was pointing to the things and she still couldn't get it, and it was frustrating her. I could feel the tension. And so I just left it. I was like, okay, well, I've been there, like where I can't see something that somebody else is seeing, the frustrations behind it. So I didn't take it personal. But then, like the plasma stuff, she was starting to take pictures and like of the sky to show it to her like coven crews or whatever. And now that I realized what she was doing, the ones that are well gifted, but I was telling her, yeah, like the skies are telling me exactly things that are the most prominent energy that is that's happening right now. And like because of that coffee cup I thing. And when like I started getting attacked, like all these things like flashbacks, like I could see all the things, all the cues where she was definitely a perpetrator in all of that. Including me telling her like there's some people that moved in my neighborhood that are suspicious, like that are, they're not all on my side. She cut me off, and she said, never mind that, never mind that." And stuff like that. And what do you call it? Yeah, I would tell her these things. Like, yeah. So like when things started getting more suspicious, I started getting more and more attacked. Towards the last third of the day, I would look up into the sky, and then she would try to distract me. She'd try to. There were like 2 or 3 times where I'd look up in the sky for the energy, and she'd try to distract me, so that I wouldn't know what was going on. That was a huge thing in hindsight. Um. So anyway, she's excommunicated. Like, no, no more, no. So, I'm only regurgitating these things to you, not to give her the platform nor the forum, the energetic piece, but to like teach other people out there to find the cues in play, especially within this world, this forum. Okay, so what goes in Four of Swords? My second takeaway. The Six of Swords in reverse. So 10 of Swords, this is like slaughterhouse, but doing it right, like finding the calm and having to recoup, to have like create a pause, like a comma, a space in which like I can contemplate and really think about things. Like don't feel rushed. Don't like, just because, don't put people up on a high horse to give them the platform to like dominate how you think or what your choices are in life. And that is true feature for me. Like take the time and really like find your calm to make those decisions, because anybody who's trying to rush you, they are having you sign under duress, having you opt in and elect in under duress, and that is unconstitutional for sure. That is unconstitutional in its cosmic sense as well. So if that happens, that is noted as an offense. Like that's Traitorville for you. That's like, no, you are. That is a room for suspicion. And that's not by. Yeah, that's that. So we're gonna leave that there. All right. So my third takeaway, clarifier. For the Three of Wands is strength in reverse. So again, this is a form where I get to build up on my strength, like but this is noticing it from the exterior. Like I started getting worried about the verbiage of commingling when I used the Thoth tarot more recently, and I'm like, that means a blending, that means like, you know like you're saying that I don't have the choice into whether or not I, you know, when we cross paths, that whether or not like people are gonna take or what. Like I started getting like more control-y. Like I don't want to blend with everybody. Like I've seen enough out there. But they're saying that I am strong enough to know what features to share, and what and there's enough protection around me that are just like absolutely not to certain people. Yeah, there's something about that there. Like I have bodyguards, like spirit guards, guards 24/7 around me in order to kind of regulate. So the comminglings are to build up my strength on what's out there, that I like, unawoken gifts kind of energy. So let's say like worst case scenario. Do we gonna indulge in that? No, we don't have to. But like, there's there's much more to be uncovered. Okay? Yeah. All right. I think that's it. Yes? No? Let's get one closing card from, you know, the header cards, the intro cards. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, King of Cups, upright. Look, the moderator at the back of the class, they're saying like, "Cheers, you got it, Tina." Ding, ding, ding. That's Archangel Raphael, the healer. And remember, a while back, we recognized the healer as someone like Archangel Raphael must have a good sense of humor, because humor heals a lot of situations. It looks at like the best comedians, takes reality and, like, you know, you give something to like laugh at. That's true material. That's you know, copyrighted based on their own experiences. It's so relative, like it's so what do you call it, it's so it's so common, like people can relate to it. So humor like heals a lot of situations, including especially the mindset, the soul. And so we acknowledge Archangel Raphael, including Archangel Jophiel with the coloring here. Asserts humor, like it's beautifying your situation, the environment. Again, looking at the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands in reversal. Okay, we can work with the material. All right, fine. All right, that's it for now. Thanks very much for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. Blessings be. And now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength, properties, from those that call upon, cast, generate, bring, magnify, multiply, and or any variation thereof, the aforementioned ill will, intent, thought form, pattern, and or entity to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, for reformatting to love and light energy, and to be refortified in me, only me, house free, no doubt, and no attachment, except for all bonus points included. Thanks so much. Upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas to assisting with a sequence of roll out, enlighten love. I close the portals in this reading now.